there. Hi, my enthusiastic kids. How you doing? Well, I'm great, and you know, I'm really excited to share you the most beautiful story I've ever read. It's about a little bird who has most amazing voice and how he saved the life of his friend. Are you excited? Let's find out. The Nightingale, written by Hans Christian Andersen. Look at the picture. It seems the two are very happy. It's as they're having a real and good friendship. Let's see why. Once upon a time, the Emperor of China lived in the most beautiful palace in the whole world. Imagine how magnificent the palace was. The palace was built of porcelain, and its garden were exotic flowers hung with silver bells. Everyone noticed them when they walked by. So it has a vast and beautiful garden. Nearby was a dark forest that slipped down to the sea, where sheep passed under the branches of trees. In the trees lived a nightingale with a song so exquisite that even the busy fishermen stopped to listen. Look at the bird. He is the nightingale. The bird's fame grew. Travelers to the kingdom praised its songs more highly than the emperor's palace. They wrote books and poems about the nightingale in the forest by the sea. The emperor read one of these books and demanded to see the nightingale. "Bring him to my palace. He will sing for me tonight," he commanded. But his courtiers had no idea where the bird was. Eventually, they found the kitchen girl who worked at an imperial kitchen. The kitchen girl led them through the forest to a very tall tree. "Little nightingale, will you sing for the emperor?" asked the courtiers. "I would be delighted," the bird said. Back at the palace, the nightingale sang so sweetly that tears fell from the emperor's eyes. He sang even more beautifully, and the emperor's heart melted. I really like to hear that kind of song. He offered the bird his own golden slippers as a present. But the nightingale refused and said that seeing tears from the emperor's eyes was his greatest reward. The emperor commanded that the nightingale should stay at court and have its own cage. He was allowed to go for a walk twice a day and once at night, accompanied by 12 footmen. But they tied ribbon to his legs to stop him flying away. So the poor nightingale was trapped and miserable. How really sad. One day, the emperor received a large package. Inside was a golden mechanical nightingale studded with diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. When wound up with a key, it wagged its glittering tail and sang one of the nightingale's songs. The emperor ordered the bird to sing together, but it didn't work because the real nightingale sang whatever songs he liked, while the artificial bird had only one song. But he was so pretty with his jewel that they made him sing it 30 times. When the artificial bird finally stopped, the emperor discovered that the real nightingale had flown away out of the window. He had returned to his forest home. "What an ungrateful bird," the courtiers said. So they made the artificial nightingale sing again and again, always the same songs. It was given a cushion beside the emperor's bed. They titled it Grand Imperial Singer of the Emperor to Sleep. The palace music master even arranged for the bird to give a concert. It sang perfectly, but some fishermen who heard it were disappointed. "There's something lacking," they said. After a year, the emperor, the courtiers, and all the people knew every trill of the song by heart. The whole kingdom rejoiced at the artificial nightingale music. They loved to sing the song themselves. But then disaster struck. What happened? One night, while mid-song, there was a pang and a brrr, and the bird broke down. The music stopped. A watchmaker was called to repair the bird, but he said its cogs and wheels were badly worn. If he replaced them, it would spoil the tune. So from now on, the bird must only sing once a year. 5 years went by, and the emperor fell ill, and it was feared that he would die. The emperor felt really sick. The poor emperor could hardly breathe. He seemed to have a weight on his chest. He opened his eyes, and then he saw it was Death sitting on his bed, wearing his golden crown. Oh, it's horrible that the death sitting on your bed. Strange and terrible faces appeared around the bed. It's horrible, whispering the emperor's deeds, both good and bad. "Sing, my precious golden bird, sing!" he cried. "Drown out those awful voices." But the bird stood silent. Death kept staring at the emperor with cold and hollow eyes. Suddenly, a beautiful burst of a song came through the open window. It was the real nightingale who had returned. He sang the song of comfort and of hope. As he heard the song, the emperor felt blood beginning to flow more quickly to his vein again. It seemed that the hero came to save the emperor's life. "Sing on, little nightingale," said Death. "I will give the emperor his crown, sword, and banner back for a song." So the nightingale sang of the quiet churchyard where white roses grow, with green grass wet with tears of the living. Imagine how beautiful the voice of the nightingale really was, that even the Death wanted and loved to hear it. And then Death longed for his garden. He drifted away through the window as a cold gray mist, and the emperor was strong and well once more. Thank you for the nightingale. "How can I repay you?" the emperor said to the nightingale. "You have already repaid me, Majesty," the bird replied. "I saw the tears in your eyes for the first time I sang." The emperor wanted the bird to stay with him always, but the nightingale refused. Since that day, the nightingale and the emperor became true friends.
They remained faithful with each other and they valued their friendship. So, the story really wanted to tell us the value of a true friend and that no matter what happens, be faithful and remain loyal to your friend no matter what, because true friends is really hard to find.